Yo everyone, today we are going to see which model is best between Nano Banana Pro and GPT Image 1.5. So we are going to test different prompts, different characters, different text to see which image generation model is the best between Nano Banana Pro and GPT. And why this? Because right now those two models are the best closed source model that you can use to generate images, so we want to see which one is best. We are going to start from text to image, and after that we are going to see which is better to editing images, so from image to image. Right now we are going to test text to image, and without further ado, let's start with the video. So in the left side we have GPT Image 1.5, and on the right side we have Nano Banana Pro. So let's give our first prompt and see how it goes. For testing, I will use LM Arena that lets us test immediately with the same prompt, both model. So let's start with the first prompt. And here are the results. So GPT Image was a little bit faster compared to Nano Banana Pro, so that's a point. Always faster is a good thing. And here our two pictures. So the prompt was woman in her late 20s, natural makeup, subtle freckles, sharp green eyes, realistic skin texture, natural gray backdrop, and so on. So both are very good. So we open up. This is from GPT 1.5. So very good generation. The prompt was followed precisely. It is a little bit AI, but still realistic. For Nano Banana Pro, it is very realistic and follow the prompt precisely. Also, another thing to notice is that GPT 1.5 make our image squared, and Nano Banana made our image 9 by 16 as I told in the prompt. So for now, first point goes to Nano Banana Pro. So B is the best. Let's continue with the next prompt. Here we have our second image. So a cinematic close-up of a woman standing in the rain at night, neon city lights in the background, wet hair on her face, emotional expression, low angle shot, and so on. So let's take a look first at GPT. So again, squared image. The details are impressive, maybe even a little much, in my opinion. Let's take a look at Nano Banana. The dimension is correct. This is 16 by 9. The details are very, very impressive. I mean, look at her makeup dripping since it's raining. I mean, it's not even close. Nano Banana takes the win. I mean, it's obvious that between this one and this one, Nano Banana by far have the best generation. So again, point for Nano Banana Pro for sure. Let's continue with our third prompt. Okay, generation done. This time is a hyper-realistic fantasy woman warrior with silver hair and emerald eyes, detailed leather and metal armor, standing in a misty ancient forest. So let's take a look at GPT Image 1.5. Again, the aspect ratio seems that GPT 1.5 doesn't understand it, even though this time I tried to put aspect ratio directly in the image and not at the end, just like I did this one. But again, it failed completely to generate the aspect ratio that I wanted. But let's focus on the woman here so that we can see how it does. So the image is great. The details on the armor, the face, the eyes, the white hair is great. And the forest, the misty forest in the background. So pretty good generation. Let's see this one. Here, Nano Banana Pro have the right aspect ratio, so 16 by 9. And as we can see here, the sword, the armor, it's very, very impressive. Her hair, her look on the face, I mean, very, very, very well done by Nano Banana Pro here. GPT 1.5, this was the best generation compared all three. But again, Nano Banana Pro is on another level, I believe. So again here, Nano Banana Pro take the point, even though I really like this generation too. Let's continue with another prompt. And here our generation. So this time the aspect ratio was 1:1, so GPT 1.5 is fine because it's squared. This time is an anime-style female character with long flowing hair and expressive eyes, vibrant colors, clean line art, soft cel shading, dynamic pose, pastel background, and so on. So here is the image of GPT 1.5, and I mean really good, prompt followed precisely, anime girl. This is a very, very good generation. Nano Banana Pro, it's taking a very different approach. I mean, pastel colors, done, anime girl, done. But since the prompt was an anime girl, the GPT 1.5 screams, I'm an anime girl. The Nano Banana Pro, yes, she is an anime character, but it is not that detailed and not that compelling as GPT 1.5. So first point in this case goes to GPT 1.5. So clearly, I believe that this one is the best. So finally, GPT 1.5 takes a point. So let's move on and see another prompt. So in this one, I wanted to test out if the models can make some celebrities, so some known people, and GPT 1.5 continue to give me this error. So I guess that for a copyright reason or something else, with GPT 1.5 you can't generate famous people. Nano Banana Pro did it, I mean, very, very well. You can clearly recognize these people. This one is way too AI. I mean, the faces are not great, but they are recognizable. So, of course, the generation here, Nano Banana Pro did better because GPT 1.5 did nothing. Nano Banana Pro takes the point, but overall, the generation is not really good if you look closely at the face of these celebrities. So B is the best, Nano Banana Pro is the best, but not a good generation overall. Now, let's take a look at another prompt. So this time I just wanted to take a look at a text to see if they can generate well text. So the prompt was 9:16 the ratio, minimalist poster design with a smooth gradient background, centered bold typography that reads "The future is generated." Modern sans serif font, clean spacing, sharp edges, and so on. So this is the one generated by GPT 1.5, and the spelling is correct, and the background is correct. This one is the one generated by Nano Banana Pro, so the spelling is correct, and the background is, yeah, there is a gradient, the aspect ratio is preserved, but I believe that the gradient is better the one of GPT 1.5. So if we don't consider the aspect ratio of 9:16, I believe that GPT here takes the point. Perfect. Now, as you can see, by the first look, you can say, well, this is not a good generation, but this is exactly what we prompted. Low quality webcam photo of a woman sitting at the desk at night, laptop screen lighting her face, messy bedroom in the background, digital noise, imperfect focus, unflattering angle, harsh shadow, very amateur look, unpolished and realistic. So this is the generation of GPT 1.5, and this is great. Everything was followed precisely, even the digital noise and the lights of the PC on her face. And this one is the one from Nano Banana Pro. And this is, yes, the prompt was followed, but this is way too precise. There's not the digital noise, and the realism isn't there completely. So this time the point is again for GPT 1.5. So this time the prompt was a photorealistic woman standing in front of a futuristic city skyline at dusk. Confident pose, cinematic lighting, strong depth of field, dramatic atmosphere, professional movie poster composition, overlay text at the bottom, reading AI Vision 2026. Sharp, readable typography. So this one is the one generated by GPT 1.5, and prompt followed very, very precisely. Strong pose, the text is great, the futuristic city is there, perfect. Now let's see the Nano Banana one. Again, text is fine, strong pose, futuristic city, but in the prompt was said professional movie poster composition, and this one feels like a movie poster, even though early 2000 maybe. This one doesn't feel a lot like a movie poster, in my opinion. The text is too plain and simple, and it doesn't stand out compared to this one that have the effects, the font, and so on. So GPT 1.5 takes the point again. So this time the prompt was lifestyle influencer taking a mirror selfie on a city street, oversized hoodie, messy hair, candid expression, iPhone photo look, slightly imperfect framing, natural daylight, reflection on glass, and so on. So two very different generations, as we can tell right away. This one is the one from GPT 1.5, and the prompt was followed very, very precisely. I mean, this is very realistic. The oversized hoodie, the iPhone shot, the messy hair, great. This one is the one from Nano Banana Pro, and this one is great too, because iPhone shot, messy hair, slightly oversized hoodie. Of course, this one, the aspect ratio was followed, but I mean, both are great generation, so I believe that we have the first tie of the day. Because honestly, I can decide which one is better between those two. So let me know in the comment which one do you think is better, or as me, you can decide, and so it is a tie. Now let's take a look at one more prompt before moving on to the editing part of the video. So we are going to see which one edit an image better between those two models. But before that, we move on with our last prompt of this comparison. And here we have our final shot. So, travel influencer posing on a rooftop in Santorini during golden hour. White buildings and blue sea behind her, stylish summer outfit, confident pose, warm sunlight, and so on. So let's see. Let's start with GPT 1.5. Great pick. Clearly is Santorini. It is a little bit too AI, in my opinion, the model and the way she is in front of the camera. So, great generation, prompt followed a little bit too AI-ish. This one is straight up better. I mean, it is clearly Santorini, she is clearly a model, so golden hour, of course, but she looks much more realistic. I mean, it looks like a professional photography of a real person. This one looks like an AI that placed a model in Santorini, or it looks like someone photoshopped a model posing in a balcony in Santorini. So this one is clearly better. I mean, this one can very much be a real photo. So Nano Banana Pro here takes the cake. And so we've tested 10 different prompts. I mean, I can go on and test a lot of different things, but this video will be 1 hour long. I mean, I can do it if you want to, so let me know in the comment and I will test the hell out of these models. But right now, 10 prompts are a small sample to understand which model is the best. I believe that for realism, Nano Banana Pro is the best one. For something like this one, for example, so a poster of some fantasy stuff, GPT 1.5 is a little bit better. And for some other thing like this one, I believe that is a tie. As we saw in this generation, for the anime style characters, GPT 1.5 is clearly better. And for some other, this one, it is almost a tie, but Nano Banana is slightly better. And for something like this one and this one, so for something very realistic, Nano Banana Pro is clearly better. Let me know which one do you prefer, which one do you think it is the best between those two, because I still can't decide. I mean, the face of the guy and the imperfections, so on the skin, it's very good, but even this one is very good, so let me know. And now let's move on into the editing part of this comparison, because we've tested text to image, and now I want to test image to image. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below which model did you prefer and which one did you use on a regular basis. Let me know also what you want to see next, and As always, give this video a like, comment, subscribe, it will help me a lot, really a lot. I will see in the next video, and in the meantime I wish you a great day, so take care and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!